one thing that I have understood the hard way is that change is good. Like sometimes your path is different, and always your path is going to be different than everyone else you're seeing around it, and you need to take your path, and your path can also lead to the same result.
How does Shah Rukh Khan smell?
Everybody has a different journey.
Yes.
Art is not an entrance exam. You don't have like fixed seats of number of people who can make it. It has space for everybody. It is the biggest hug you can get.
क्या लाइन मारी है भाई, क्या लाइन, वाओ वाओ.
लोग इतना प्यार दे रहे हैं कि I can't let them down.
Making an IP is the next big thing for all creators, because that is what all of us are individually doing right now. You have to create something that is bigger than you, and that will still stay when you are not here tomorrow.
For the longest time in the world, we've been talking about toxic masculinity, which is such an important thing to talk about. But I've always heard those conversations and I've questioned iska alternate kya hai?
Every content piece and every creator has a shelf life.
And this bunch of creators, they did not even greet me. The first thing they tell me is that, oh my god, look at your skin. Like, it does not look like this on camera.
Creators are disrupting the way we consume content, from our phone screens to silver screen, from shaping the culture to being a pop culture phenomena. They are influencing our lives in more ways than we know. Today, I have some of everyone's favorite content creators for Social Catch-Up Roundtable Creator episode. This is Mrinal Mathur Rajwani, and let's catch up with creators one last time in 2024. Okay, welcome to Social Catch-Up Roundtable Creators episode. I think हमने conversation काफी already कर ली है. But for the sake of the roundtable, I would want to start with each one of you telling me your milestone of the year, because without that we cannot wrap the year. Nikhil, I'll start with you. I think आधे लोग जानते हैं आपके milestone, but I would want to hear.
Really, actually, one milestone. This is actually a milestone for me, to be seen as suddenly a creator and talent with all of these incredible people. This is genuinely, thank you for having me over here, because I've been feeling like a misfit because I typically am on this side. So I think this is for me, this year is that year where suddenly I've been seen in a very different light. All thanks to, Be a Man Yaar, which I'm really grateful for. But the huge milestone over there was, it went on Times Square. It was on a hoarding there. We managed to get about 150 million views on socials. It was in Instagram's end of the year list as the most viral phenomenon of the year. And I won the Kamala Bhasin Award for gender equality, which I think is a really great thing. So it's been a touch wood, like a really good year. But I think this is actually really cool. I mean, just to be sitting with all these people who I really love and admire and be seen as one of them. Thank you for that.
How do you talk, Nikhil?
How
do you talk after him? I don't know.
I asked for one and he had a list.
I saw that coming.
You should all just start with a follow count. So because uske baad you'll have to talk to me and how.
नहीं यार.
हाँ वहीं से शुरू कर लो तुम.
But I think this year, my milestone, if I have to make it materialistic, would be getting my first car. So I did that. I was very, very happy. And apart from that, I have done a partnership with Google and Android this year, which has been one of my favorite things to do. It's been great working with them and working so closely with them. So I think that's been great. And apart from that, finding a work-life balance, I think is the most personal milestone for me, and having some great friends that, everywhere, like in the industry and outside. I think that's been the biggest milestone apart from all of these material things.
You're welcome.
Everyone on this table.
That list,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. For me, so it's a very little story, okay? On 13th of March 2022, I was, there's a place in Delhi, JLN Stadium ke paas mein, okay? I was there at an auditorium watching a screening of a film. And it was my first time in that auditorium, and it was huge and very beautiful. And I had just clicked a picture there and I had put it online on my Instagram. I didn't have, I was not a creator back then, but I put it on my story and wrote, ek din auditorium show karna hai. And so I'd always been performing poetry and stories live. Cut to 2 years later, 12th of April 2024, just 200 meters from that venue, I did my first auditorium show. And I told the people who were there, and I told them. And I was just about to cry on stage. I did it with 4 of my best friends. And I think that's I don't think if it's the biggest milestone of the year, but it's definitely the one that I'm going to remember for the longest time.
Oh my god.
So that was it.
Wow. What a table this is already. I'm loving it.
For me, I think one of the biggest personal accomplishments that I think of is that I was always an overweight girl. I always was someone, in a group, I was the chubbiest, I was the overweight one, I was the one that was bullied. And I had so many insecurities when it came to my body. And I feel every year I shed off one insecurity and I'm a braver, stronger version. And this year was the year where I could wear a sleeveless top. Now that is a very big milestone for me because I've always covered my body. I've always thought that I have dark underarms or I have stretch marks and I should not wear clothes. I always felt that it's just not going to look good. What will people say? And I could do that. And then after that, it was just not stopping me anymore. So that was a very, very big milestone for me. And another milestone was that I got my first car. Yeah, because I feel that I come from a very, very, very humble background, and to think of even buying, buying is not even something that I could ever dream of. That was never in my list also that I could ever achieve. I always would think कि अच्छा ठीक है, with time I would be able to do things, कर लेंगे, कुछ ना कुछ कर लेंगे. And that's why even when I bought, I could, तभी ऐसे लगता था that buying an iPhone is also so expensive. I could not afford it. And then when I bought my first car, it was a crazy, I could not even fathom the moment. And to celebrate it with my friends, my family, I'm surrounded with such amazing people, outside of the industry, because I feel they are literally the reason why I am where I am, because they literally just hold me tight and they make sure that I'm okay and I'm doing the best that I can. So yeah.
I think personally for me the biggest milestone is that मैं hot हो गई. And that is मेरा full glow up हो चुका है, bad bitch energy आ गई है. But professionally, I feel like when I moved to Mumbai last year, I used to live very close to Carter Road, and I would see all these big billboards, and I'd be like, हर इंसान का मुंबई आके वही सपना होता है कि अपने आप को billboard पे देखना है. And luckily that was on my vision board for 2024, and it happened twice this year. So guys, I'm not saying I own the city, but I feel like I do. So I feel like the fact that something from my vision board came true, it's the biggest milestone.
Okay, so for me, professionally, I would say I have started quite late compared to so many other people in the creator industry, and I just get to meet these people that I used to see once, hang out with these people, so many of them on this table. So I think that's the biggest professional achievement that I had this year. And personally, I bought myself a recliner, so I'm excited.
Same. It was a green flag answer.
Professionally, I would say being consistent and starting a challenge which goes for 100 days. Yeah. And I think because of that, I'm here sitting with all the talented creators, and of course, Social Ketchup calling me for the round table. I don't think so. If I wasn't consistent enough, I would be sitting here. I would people used to call me a underrated creator when I used to create funny and relatable content. And somewhere down, I used to feel that I used to self-doubt myself. Do I belong to this community? Because earlier I used to not face any cameras. I was fully into sports, mainly cricket. So after lockdown, everything happened. My sister used to consume all the content of Tarini, Ankush, and she told me, "Ki baba, Dada, tu te jashil dela sang tenna." I used to watch them and he and I used to personally tell her, "Ki tu kainche vlogs bagat astes." And cut to after lockdown, I started doing the same thing. And yeah, so professionally, I would say being consistent helped me a lot. And personally, I don't want to associate myself anything in a materialistic manner. I think I have to achieve more things. So yeah.
Great. I think you've all had one or two such a highlight moment from whatever you said. I'm sure, but these highlight moments are so nice. And I mean, right from as candid as being hot. But I loved all of you, and I was relating. Like, हाँ ये होता है. Like, I bought my car this year, and I was like, I relate to you guys. Buying a car is a highlight moment of the year, kind of. But moving ahead and then taking this conversation ahead, I know we spoke and we started with a very high note, but I want to understand with creators increasing every year, every minute rather, do you think that there's something that you learned this year because of the competitiveness or anything that is something that you learned very hard way?
I
Anything?
think we should have the hardcore creators first speak about this, other than me.
I think the one thing that I've learned the hard way is that, differentiating between relationships. Because we are all used to being so there for our friends that even when we are meeting someone, in a professional setup, we think of them to be a very nice friend. But then in reality, they are not your friends. Because, they are with you because of work, and probably they may have intentions you might not know, which you will come to know later. So that is one thing that, you really learn with time. It cannot be like, taught to you.
क्या हो गया दोस्त ऐसा?
कौन है लिक्की?
हाँ तो बता हमको.
अभी इसको
हाँ तो
DM
बता
करना
कौन
है.
है?
अब जाके.
लिस्ट बहुत लंबी है.
That's true. I've spoken to so many people, and they say that I've met and they say that we know each other because we hang out at the same event, and all of us are very professionally met people. We don't meet most of the creators for a personal reason. We meet for a professional reason. Hence, we know that friendships that we consider might not be that friendship. It's more of a professional relationship.
And I think that's why, like, Prableen and I both mentioned the point of defining relationships and
Yeah.
friendships in
Yeah.
the creator circle and outside the creator circle, because I think this year is the year where I have met creators outside of the events, because events are there, we're all there because we are here to work with brands, we're all here to take and give back to brands and stuff like that. But when you meet them outside, when we go out on the dinners, is when the inner friendship comes in, because we are just like bunch of girls sitting together and having like avocado toast, and it's like the best time we're having, right? And that's when you get to know deeper about their lives. And I think one thing that I have understood the hard way is that change is good. Like, sometimes your path is different, and always your path is going to be different than everyone else you're seeing around it, and you need to take your path, and your path can also lead to the same result, but the way you will reach there will be different, and it's okay. And you're never falling behind, because you can't fall behind on your own path. You feel that because you see other people around you, but to be honest, once you let go of that thought, and once you let go of, oh, usne ye kiya, usne wo kiya, like, even after listening to all of us and our milestones, you would probably sit and wonder कि यार मेरे साथ तो ये नहीं हुआ, पर तुम्हारे साथ कितना होगा, एक ईयर में कितना होगा तुम्हारे साथ, right? होता है तो great, but नहीं होता है तो it's next year. Like, there's always a tomorrow, there's always a change. And Priyanshu said this line today, the Tamasha line. Do you want to say it?
Yeah. Which one?
The one you said.
Yeah. Which
मैं नहीं बोला होगा. Intelligent line है मुझे. Yeah, I would have said
He
it.
basically said, it's not from Tamasha, but it's basically he was talking about this post that he saw.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to say
That
it?
post
Yeah.
So there was this post I saw. Me and Shrishti were talking
Yeah.
about this, and she just complimented me by saying कि she feels Tamasha ke Ved vibes from me. And I just told her how this one definitive moment in my life was when I saw a meme page share a post from Tamasha, जिसमें Ranbir Kapoor was looking up at the light, and then there was the subtext written कि क्या हुआ, अपनी ending अच्छी नहीं लगी तो क्या हुआ, अपनी कहानी बदल दो. And I cried reading that, because even I was like pursuing engineering at that time, and I wanted to always pursue writing, and like I could see myself in Ved, but the profession doesn't matter. If you are a dreamer, you can see yourself in other dreamers, and that's the most important thing. So that like changed a lot of things. Plus, about the competition wala thing you asked, the main thing that has taught me, and I think most of us would agree, is I've realized the only way to work around competition is to tell yourself and believe that there is no competition. It's just you. Because art is not an entrance exam. You don't have like fixed seats of number of people who can make it. It has space for everybody. It is the biggest hug you can get. It's like that. So as long as you're focused and you're doing your stuff, as long as you're having fun doing it. And I think most of us with our milestones also, I think we've all achieved them just because we are having fun. we're not, we're not just thinking about, okay, not Tarini is not waking up every day, I have to get a car, I have to get a car. I'm not waking up every day thinking I have to do a show. I'm just doing what I love. She's just doing what she loves. And that's the only way to go about the competition, I believe.
And that'll be the most rewarding thing I think we all
Yeah,
do for ourselves.
because the process is the reward.
Yeah.
I think the biggest milestone, again, if I have to name another one, is to do this. Is to just do this throughout the year. I think that's
That's what
a
you
great
also said,
stuff.
and
Yeah.
consistency
Yeah.
is a big milestone.
Being able to follow your dreams in
Yeah. A world like this.
in a world like this is crazy.
So it's very privileged to be able.
Yeah.
to
Yeah, it's so privileged.
No, I get it. I go on a holiday in March and I have not posted this. Like I went on a holiday in March and I have not posted any picture or stories of it, which I have a calendar for myself that I have to post.
Can I?
I've made my husband record content like that from a traveler's lens, but I've not posted pictures as well. So it's commendable that you guys do it day in, day out. So yeah.
I mean, half of it comes out of anxiety. नहीं करेंगे तो bills नहीं भर पाएंगे.
Anxiety and managers call at night.
Yeah.
कि भाई मतलब करियर चलाना है कि हो गया.
Job ढूंढो.
Anyone like who has a different opinion that they've something they've learned the
No,
hard
I
way
in
this
fact
year?
agree with Hamza and Tarini both when it comes to relationships, because I feel that is something that I also learned the hard way. But I think I've moved from that, and now I'm like far away from it, because now I have like a proper boundary to whoever I let in, and I know that when I'm meeting these people at events, it's a creator friendship, it's an influencer friendship, and they're not my like the friends that I go back home to. Every time I'm at an event, I actually just want to rush back home because I want to finish my work and I want to go back home to my family, like, to my home. And I feel that is something that people need to kind of have some clarity about. And that is something that I also feel I learned the hard way. And another thing was that validation is something that all of us struggle with so much. Like I feel in the beginning of content creation, there were so many hurdles when it came to will this, like, how are people going to accept it? How are people going to, look at this or feel about this? Or will they like seeing me without acne? What will they think? What, like, there are so many whats and ifs, but I feel you really only need your own validation. You do not need anyone else's validation. As he said, you're an artist, you have your own creative mind. You can literally put out anything and just have the belief in yourself that you are doing this for a purpose. You're doing this to serve purpose. You're doing this because you want to, inspire someone, make a difference. And that is something that you can only teach yourself. And once you have that security, because it's such a fast evolving industry that, as you said, every day there's somebody new coming up, and it's so easy to feel like you're irrelevant. So in that moment, to actually sit yourself down and tell yourself that you're actually doing like a fucking great job, and you're showing up every day, even though you're going through like 10,000 things at back at home. It's okay, you're doing like a great job and you will make it. And like there's no race in this. You will get there. So, that self-validation, like that self-confidence and that self-acceptance, you need to do that for yourself. So I feel that is also something that I learned over the course of years.
So, probably this is not a validation, but something I would want to tell you. So, you were telling me your milestone, and I think I want to add one milestone to yours. You attended an event bare face, just with your eyes and makeup, and that was a big step that you did. And honestly, I'll tell you, it did made an impact on me, because I take interviews weekly. And I stopped doing my base makeup as well. I have acne marks here, which is not visible now.
It's okay.
But the interviews I do at my studio week on week, I don't wear a makeup. I just put kajal, because that is basically, I really do it to my office every day. But I have stopped doing makeup because I was like, any which ways, this is my face. I can't do this every day. I'm putting so much cosmetics on my face. This is not who I am. So I've done that. So you have made an impact as well.
Thank you so much. That was actually a milestone for me also. Like, thank you for reminding me.
I think this happens a lot. We forget.
Yeah.
And that's where the people in our life come in, because we forget what we do.
That
Like,
is
I
so
think
true.
today also you like all of us, I think while he was answering, I mean, we were all just thinking ki kya? Maine kya kiya? And then you realize, like, I was asked this question before also, and somebody actually pointed out, you bought a car, that is not a mine. I was like, hai to sahi.
Yeah, when she said it, that is when I remember I also got a car.
Because we move in such a fast moving world, because everyone's doing everything. You achieve, you live for like 2 minutes in that moment, and then you're like, next. Which is a great thing also. But then it's also a great thing to sit back and review your entire by yourself and realize that you've come so far. And what you said, so I wrote this down, defining your end goal, because that's something that reduced my anxiety in my life, which was constantly worrying about कि मैं ये सब कर रही हूँ, but क्या? The but kya was such an issue, because I was like, why am I doing this? And when you find the why, like you said, it's to create an impact, it's to create a difference. Or sometimes your end goal can just be having beautiful relationships. And when you know that end goal in your life, and I think everyone should find out what it is. It doesn't have to be very definitive, but every decision you make in life makes it so easier. And that's what businesses do, right? They have an end goal where they want to reach, and all their decisions are made based on that end goal. And it makes decision making so easy. Like I can say a no so fast now, because nahi chal raha hai, wo to hoga. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm not gonna do it. And that's why I leave parties at like 11 o'clock now. Just to go home and sleep.
Same. I do that.
Just to sleep. I love sleeping.
I'm the first one to be there and the first one to leave.
Like I wanna meet people, and I wanna say hello, and I wanna give hugs, and I wanna say I love you to everybody who's like my friend there. Bas ho gaya, finish, go home. Baki kya karna hai? And now I come back home at 11 o'clock, I go to sleep, and I wake up early, and I eat my oats. So
I'm
that
from
makes me
Delhi.
happy.
I'm from Delhi, so I have to do that.
Yeah,
11 is very late.
Can you make a clip out of that and post?
But that's so true. I think what she said, the why makes the how so easier. Like, once you know why you want to do something, the how just automatically, appears in front of you.
You framed it so well. I took 5 minutes to explain it. You said it in 2 lines.
You helped that.
So I'll given that Tani also spoke about that, in light of everything that I've gotten this year, but listen, I'm 38, okay? These guys are like all 22, 23, and they are just killing it at life. I have taken a lot of inspiration from the young folks who work at Yuva, from all the creators that I keep meeting. It's Be a Man Yaar. A lot of people, when I do interviews, ask me, and how did this show come about? And they're expecting a one-line answer. It's taken me my entire life, my entire career till now to come up with something like this, where I felt like my entire life was leading up to this moment. Like, it's not something that I could have probably done at 22, 23, and even if I would have, it never would have turned out like this. I have had to go through shit in life as a man myself. I have had to get clinical anxiety. I have had to have those panic attacks. I've had to take 8-10 years of therapy. I've had to see violence in my own life, and then kind of recognize, this is something that I wish I had in my life growing up. Even so, this idea came to me after I went to all of these road shows where I go to campuses at Yuva, and then we meet a lot of young people. I met some 15,000 young people, and I hear young people, and then so many young boys and men have told me how lonely they feel in their life, etc., etc. 2019 was जब मैंने अपने युवा के white board पे लिखा था ये नाम, Be a Man Yaar. And it took me 2024, 5 years to kind of get there. And then 2023, last year it released, right? And this is the year where my 16 years or 17 years of my career, I've started, by the way, when I was 14. I used to write for newspapers and magazines since I was 14. So I've actually been also doing this at an age where a lot of these people start now. I didn't get this kind of money. Okay, we didn't have the internet at that time in this massive way, right? There was no monetization of what you could do. So I've also been a writer. I would have probably been like Priyanshu. I have an engineer who also was writing, and if I had the resources that a lot of you all have at this point of time, maybe I would have also gotten this at that point of time. So for me, the takeaway has been that everybody's obviously journey is different. It's taken what a lot of young people today get in 2 or 3 years, and not to say that they don't work. They work really hard. I see all of them working working really hard. It's taken me 16 years to get that. So to be, and that's what I was saying, to be over here, to be considered this year as somebody who is themselves, like I'm the person who's typically giving the platform to others. You know, my company is also done, UA does that. It is to give platform to young people across. And suddenly I have gotten a platform, and not because, again, of something that I am doing as a creator per se, but because of something that I really deeply care about as an idea. You know, it's because every conversation that I've had, it's a conversation where I have put, it's something that I wish, again, I've had when I was growing up to see. It's something that I care so deeply about that in this year, when I've gotten all of these things, of course, they mean so much to me. Like, you know, Kamala Bhasin Award, being a man, getting a feminist award in the country. And that's for me, like, I mean, I'm so grateful to that. But I know, you know, that it's taken me 60 years to get here. And even now, I don't get to make the kind of money a lot of the creators get to make, right? I know that because as Yuva, we pay the money to create. मुझे पता है कि मैं सब मिला मुलू के भी इतना नहीं आता मेरे पास. But this is the year where a lot of brands have reached out to me to as a face and paid money for me, not because of my company, not because of the career that I've had, but genuinely because of the voice that I have. For me, that, but again, as I said, and I want to also, because I keep hearing all of these things, I really feel like, you know, young folks also need to realize the thing that I get really sometimes nervous about, because I have a lot of friends on this table and otherwise. Everyone's always trying to figure out, you know, abhi next kya hai, kal kya hona hai, parso kya hona hai. Yaar, it's okay, you know, your life is going to add up to something. You know, and then when you look back, you're like, oh, it makes sense. It won't make sense today. You know, a lot of the things that you're doing, you're failing, you're achieving, and you're seeing others do better than you, and you're looking at, where am I? You know, if Srishti is saying, I got a hoarding over here, and I'm saying I got a Times Square hoarding, it's, you know, it doesn't compare, because again, 18 years, 16 years for me to get there, and you've gotten in 2 years. So all of us have had our journeys. Everybody started at a place. You know, Hamza saying that he started late in life. For him, I'm sure he's so much more grateful for the work that he's getting. I'm not even started as a creator in that sense, only since last year. So it's a lot of gratitude I think all of us should feel.
I agree.
Not worry about where we are.
It's not necessary if it took 16 years for you. It's necessary. Everyone should also go through those 16 years of journey to achieve what they have achieved. So everyone's goal will be different and everyone's journey will be different altogether.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying that his example like really shows that the everything is leading you somewhere, like really makes sense, because it happened in my life also. I wanted to do something and then it turned into something else, and then when COVID hit, then I became a creator, and I ended up doing. I used to host like fake TED Talks in my bedroom in front of like a mirror, and now I have Tea with Tarani, which is like my podcast. So I'm just like, it's there. Yeah. You don't see it, but everything aligns
you know,
there.
And again, obviously, a lot of the young folks that I know right now don't have context. I've been interviewing people since I was 14. Yeah. I've interviewed Shah Rukh Khan when I was 20.
What?
Like, I've interviewed Michael Schumacher when I was 21. Exactly. I've interviewed I've interviewed Amir, Shah Rukh, Salman. I was in Hindustan Times as a news reporter, right? Now people have context to the Yuva thing, not that part of my life. So exactly. So yeah. So for me to do this is not. It's years and years of. I've taught journalism at Jai Hind College. I used to be a professor.
Huh?
So for me,
I was in Jai Hind College. Smell though? How does Shah Rukh Khan smell?
Asking the right
I
questions.
am not smelling him, Srishti. That is. I try not to do that when I meet people.
What does it feel like to look into his eyes?
It's beautiful.
I would fall in love, I'm just saying.
I'm also in love. All of us are.
But when you mentioned Shah Rukh Khan, everybody had
Just
your
went like,
attention.
I was about to
3
spill
times
my
I've interviewed him,
water.
by the way.
What?
Nikhil, always remember I can come for the 4th time. It's fine.
Yeah, like I can hold just this. I can just stand.
I can drive you.
My
Yeah.
team knows the day I'm going to interview or work with Shah Rukh for anything, I'm going to retire that day.
Oh my God, same.
That's what But like, let's take, everybody has a different journey.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, we all spoke from heart, and I want to understand something for my audience as well, and for me as well personally. How do you guys become a content machine? And how do you monetize it? Because I feel that's if done that right, everything else falls in place. That's something you have to start with. All the milestones, all the hard way learnings, everything comes after we become that content machine. And how do you guys do that? Any learning for people like me?
यार आई थिंक कंटेंट नहीं बनाएंगे तो बहुत अनएम्प्लॉयड फील होगा बिकॉज और कुछ है नहीं हमारी लाइफ में करने के लिए वी वेक अप एंड देयर इज कंटेंट एंड देन वी स्लीप एंड देयर इज कंटेंट सो आई फील लाइक राइट नाउ आई कैन से दैट ओके मेरे को बहुत of course anxiety से भी मैं content बनाती हूँ because I can't go back to my home, I can't be dependent on anyone else, but mostly for me that is the reason why I am constantly making content every single day because अगर ये नहीं तो फिर क्या करूँ? And I work with a very toxic mindset that I तो cannot relax unless I'm productive today. So that
Agreed,
is where
same.
content comes from. And I feel like when you're authentic, when your content, what I personally feel content should either educate you, it should make you feel something or it should be entertaining. And if you're doing either of these three or if you're doing these three together, you can monetize anything. I mean, you've just sold yourself to a brand that way. Wow, that sounds so wrong. But
But I think, Shrishti, everything that you do, like you are not living a singular life. Everyone's having the same experiences, right? So as she said, that everything that you do can be content. And I think that's the best thing about content. You can live, and there's so many creators that are just sharing their lives and people are relating to that. People are like, same, mere saath bhi hota hai, but what are you doing about it? So I want to see it. I want to follow you. And that's how you start following. So everything that you do can be content. And if sold right, anything can be sold. Right? You just have to be a good salesman. We're all salesmen here. We're all selling stories. We're all selling parts of our life and not in a negative way. Like we are, like Shrishti would say, it's such a fun way. So I love listening to her because even now, like the one that you're doing, the series where you're like finding my
finding my inner child.
yeah, finding your inner child. I feel that's, and every time I see that, I'm like, yeah, like she made me question what my home is, and I was like, yaar, baat to sahi kar rahi hai. And that is such a thought in your head, but she made content out of it and said such a beautiful story that you want to sit and you want to keep watching. And everyone has a story. All you have to do is find the right way to say it, the way by which you can live. And that's what content is, that's what all of us are doing. And like when it comes to monetizing, I've realized in this industry, anything can be sold if sold right. If you have it is like a business. If you have a great pitch and you have a shitty product also, you can be sold. That is the way of every industry. But in our industry, I think because it's so personal, there are good products and there is selling. So I think that's how the monetization works in this industry. And I think no matter whether you are with a 50K followers, you're 10K followers, or you are today like 1 million, you can still earn money if you work hard and if you know how to give a great pitch. Because now UGC content and everything, there are so many avenues in content creation where you can earn money. And I think that's the best thing because you can be your own boss also. You can work too hard and you can work very less. You can figure it out on your own. And I think that's what I love. Like there's nobody controlling me and controlling what I do, and that also helps me hold myself accountable. But yeah, base point is that you can make money.
Intelligent log hai.
To answer the question, the first part of that, how do you become a content machine? Again, I'm sorry to bring emotional
I'm
talks
sorry
back
to
on
bring-
this table.
Please
But
bring.
I think,
Straight into the camera.
yeah, I'll do that.
Breaking
The
the
last
fourth wall.
line.
Break the
Yeah.
fourth wall,
I think with me, what I've realized is it's become second to second nature. It's like breathing and walking. I've been writing since when I was 12. I've written for more than half of my life now, so it feels like कि उसके बिना कैसे रहते हैं. And the moment I realized this was, I was watching Rock On for the first time around last year, 2023 की starting में, and I was watching it in my room, and I'm watching it, and my engineering was just about to get completed. I was supposed to start a job. So I'm watching that film, and at the very end of Rock On, if you watched it, तो उसमें Arjun Rampal's character is in a taxi while the rest of the band is performing, and Farhan Akhtar starts singing Tum Ho. And then there's a stable cam fixed on Arjun Rampal's face, and it slowly zooms in, and there are tears in his eyes. And I'm a person who didn't even cry on his real sister's wedding, okay? I shut my laptop and I sobbed for 5-10 minutes because I just realized that I cannot live without telling stories or making something. Like, I can't imagine what will happen to me if I'm sitting in a cab, leaving my dreams behind. And that's what made me realize I can't live without it. So how do I become a content machine? Unemployment. But also because I've realized that I don't know what to do without it. And I don't know what to do if I don't do that. So I think Charles Bukowski once had a poem about this, and उसमें एक line थी कि I'm paraphrasing a lot, but he had said, if it doesn't come out of you burning, don't write. And that should be the case with whatever anybody does in their life. I think it should be, it should hold your neck and make you want to do it, I believe. And that's what happens with most of us. As Shrishti did the inner child wala thing, I'm sure she must have had that thought ki मतलब बस करना है ये, and वो बस करने वाला ही factor I think is what keeps us going.
कितना अच्छा
क्या लाइन मारी है भाई, क्या लाइन, वाओ
ये viral cut down. Viral cut down.
that new sound that's going
Oh, मुझे लगा chill guy वाला. I'm just a chill guy.
after all that, no you're not.
Mahesh, I would want to ask you as well, and the same question: how do you become a content machine? Because for you, like you said, you have started like a 100-day challenge, and it's a difficult thing to maintain a 100-day challenge. It's as good as like
It's
being
day
a content
83
machine.
today. It's day 83.
Oh.
Is it gonna end at
New Year.
Oh wow.
So this challenge was random. ठीक है, उसके पहले I wasn't consistent enough. I used to give reasons कि I have to renovate my house, I have to buy a new car, I'll wait 1 month, I'm into that, I'm researching about the cars, which one is the best and color, everything. And many such factors. So I used to, you can say, sideline content creation for a bit. And after that, one of my friends suggested कि can you do a 100-day challenge? I was like, भाई पर मैं ऐसा नहीं हूँ कि I am showing off my life. And you know, also one more thing I would want to highlight is I used to make vlogs, and people are still waiting for my house tour vlog. People are like, भाई तेरे पास ऐसा घर है which अगर किसी और के पास रहता तो everyone used to will flaunt it. Bandra Worli ceiling पूरा दिखता है. On the 28th floor, main मुंबई का हाट शिवाजी पार्क.
You have a room on rent?
No.
Achha.
Not
I would take.
House.
No, I'm saying, do you have a room on rent in your house?
So how are you not uploading the vlog? So just wanted to tell, I was not consistent enough for the uploading part, and somehow this challenge happened. And content machine अभी लोग इतना प्यार दे रहे हैं कि I can't let them down. Initially, I think 20-25 days it was hard for me to look at the views which I'm receiving on this challenge, because it was almost around 20k, 30k. Creators and all the friends used to tell me, भाई तेरे views 500k आ रहे थे, millions में आ रहे थे. So what is this? मतलब are you planning to continue this for 100 days? I think अभी मैंने बोला कि अभी एक बार किया है तो मुझे करना है. And I
इज्जत का सवाल है.
इज्जत का सवाल है.
अब तो
अभी
challenge
डाल
नहीं
दिया है.
सकता.
And also I started that challenge one day prior. मतलब कल से 100 days की शुरुआत होने वाली है. I still don't know what's the hook, what's the title for this challenge, and nothing. I don't know anything. तो मैंने चालू किया वो थोड़ा मिनी व्लॉग करने के स्टाइल में, थोड़ा फनी. एंड देन आई डिसाइडेड कि वीडियो के एंड में वी शुड हेल्प समवन एंड यू नो मेक द डे स्पेशल. तो आफ्टर डे 28 इट हैपेंड कि अब नाउ आई गॉट टू नो कि हाउ माय ऑडियंस इज रिएक्टिंग. एंड एक 5-6 दिनों के बाद दिवाली के टाइम में फ्रॉम 103k to 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs से 2,50,000 and now 3 lakhs. So this journey was something which I didn't imagine, because as she said ki change is the only thing which is constant. I used to be scared ki should I change my content from funny to relatable, because entertaining content जो है वो सबसे ज़्यादा चलता है. And something which I have not done और जो अभी मैं कर रहा हूँ, I think people have supported me throughout. So I feel every day I can do it, not just for 100 days and many more I feel.
Taking ahead your conversation only about the views and about consistency and everything, do you guys compound your content? Do you see that, okay, what is working, what is not working? Do you know how your channel performs in general? And do you think that you will be doing the same thing for next 10 years as well?
I think doing feedbacks on content is, I mean, since it's our job, to karna hi padta. You are making content for yourself, and you're also catering to people who are looking up to you, right? So I think it has to be a good balance between what you want to do and what they want to see. And most of the times, because it's your audience, because they are people who like to see you, I think it comes to a point where wo balance maintain ho hi jata hai. But the thing is, what you like will keep changing, and what they like will keep changing. So the feedback and the constant you figuring out what you like will keep changing, but you'll always come on a middle ground. And experimenting is so much fun. It makes you want to do more. Like, you do different things. Like me doing that video with Priyanshu was such a big experimentation for me. But the response, people loved it because his story was #1 amazing. And my acting was mediocre.
No,
But-
no, being humble.
But people loved seeing me in a different light, and that made me realize that experimenting is actually really great. And then we did one more video which also people loved, and I was just like, that if you don't experiment, you will like, तुम एक ही खाना दाल चावल for 50 years सच में नहीं होने वाला है ना किसी से, थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे करना पड़ेगा. And that is what I love doing. You keep experimenting, and yeah, sometimes as he said, right, start में जब उसने experimentation try की तो views नीचे चले गए, and वो होगा when you try doing something different. The same audience might not like that, but there's always newer audience. There's so much audience. There's so many people using Instagram. There's always audience for what you want to do. You just have to wait till they find you. So
Yeah, I think you have to work hard
and work hard.
each day.
Yeah, and you
Each
have to
day
keep
it's a
doing
new
it.
day.
Yeah.
And for me, it is like I don't know what the content will be because it's their story. I am there just listening, just like I'm listening to you guys. Each and every day it is like कि अभी कौन मिलेगा, कैसा करेंगे, क्या हो सकता है. But somehow when we scout, we don't find someone, and when we give up, there is someone who comes कि now we have to help him in many ways. He is not imagined. So I think every day it's a new day for us.
I feel like as an artist you have to maintain that balance कि कहाँ अपना soul आप बेच सकते हो
हाँ.
for numbers and कहाँ आप अपने लिए कुछ करो. Like for example, thank you for mentioning Finding My Inner Child. It's like my baby right now. So I know for a fact first episode worked, second episode didn't work that well, third episode तो 300K पे मर के पहुंचा है अभी. So I'm just like, I put 3 days of shooting, writing, editing into this didn't work. But I made a very random video with my parents who were by the way drunk when we were recording this, of them guessing the price of my makeup products. That video in a day hit 3 million views. I was like, what? So sometimes it makes you question your art as an artist. Like जिस काम पे मैं इतना time लगाती हूँ वो कभी अब perform नहीं करता है, जिस पे मैंने 2 मिनट की भी editing नहीं करी, that bloomed like crazy. So I feel like you have to do things for numbers, and you also have to do things to feed your soul sometimes.
Just because she mentioned her parents, your dad is the cutest person I've seen on the internet.
Only on the internet, huh? He's not that cute in real life.
One you
No,
made
yaar,
ki,
he's a
what if I
pookie.
was cheating?
Yeah.
What if
Yeah.
Even I saw the
That
snap,
video,
bro.
bro.
And he was smiling like
He was like
He's the pookiest dad
No,
ever,
and that has
touch wood.
become almost like a trend. A lot of people are doing it.
People
I've
can't
seen-
believe he's in the Indian army, by the way.
What?
What?
Yeah.
yeah, she mentioned it.
He's the
earlier.
sweetest guy, bro. I would stop fighting because he's there. Like, I'm like,
he's the OG chill guy.
chai peene chalta hai.
But I love her mom more. Honestly.
Oh,
She's
my
not-
mom would love you for saying that.
So I have some thoughts on what everyone's saying, you know, and सबसे पहले तो मुझे जो समझ आता है इन सबको सुन के हमेशा कि हम लोग हमारी ट्रेनिंग कितनी अलग थी as millennials growing up. This was not our training. Like I love how Srishti and everyone on this table is so easily able to call themselves artists, you know, and talk about art. मतलब मैं तो मतलब हमको ऐसा था कि यार तुम हो कौन ऐसे सोचने वाले, you know, no, from a lens of, you know, that the training that all of us have gotten as millennials growing up has been that, you know, it takes a lot of time for you
You have to struggle for something.
yeah,
like
you have to
this.
struggle for a long time. You have to really put in that work for years and years and years. You will need a certain kind of a milestone will happen at 25, it will happen at 35. Pay your dues. Wait and wait and wait. And someday, somebody and the world will look at you as an artist. The world will look at you and recognize your art. And that's the day, you know, you can really feel proud of yourself. So you wait. You're not like proud of anything that you do at you know, on a daily, weekly basis. I love hearing all of them talking about what the little things that they get so proud of, and you know, the small every video that really works for them, and it's exciting to them. हमारे लिए वो idea ही नहीं था. मतलब even when I've been building Yuva, you know, we hit the 50,000, 100,000, whatever, and I would always be like, नहीं यार, पहले 500,000 आएगा तब हम लोग celebrate करेंगे. And it's just, that is just the wrong training I feel like so much of us have gotten growing up. And there's also a lot of embarrassment that comes, you know, for us, for me to have considered myself as, oh, मेरा face important नहीं है. You know, my voice is not important. Who am I? That is genuinely what most of us have grown up thinking. कि मैं कौन हूँ यार? मैं अपने आप को इतना importance कैसे दे सकता हूँ? Season 1 of Be a Man यार के अंदर मैंने ना इतने खराब कपड़े पहने हैं. And वो खराब कपड़े इसलिए क्योंकि वो मेरे regular कपड़े हैं. ठीक है ना? वो मैं वही पहनता हूँ जिंदगी में. तो मैं चला गया वहाँ पहनने के लिए अपने. And there's so many people who pointed out to me that, you know, it's looking really bad on screen. You're not looking very nice on screen, etc., etc. And then I was like, but I am not important. The conversation conversation is important, these people are important, and it's now taken me all of this feedback, speaking and listening to these people to realize, no, I am important. ये मुझे बोलना पड़े. At 38, I am able to tell myself that yes, I matter. Yes, I am important. Yes, I should dress well. Yes, I should lean into the photo shoots. Yes, I should get a wardrobe. Yes, I should not worry about being on camera. I should not be embarrassed of it. I've been so embarrassed of like all of them saying that कि हम experiment करते हैं, मैं नहीं कर पाता हूँ. मुझे बहुत tension होती है कि यार मैं if it's not perfect, can I really put it out there? And nobody over here is worried about perfect. They're worried about, they're excited about putting things on camera. So much to learn right now, and I'm now trying to unlearn a lot of that. Where I am like, no yaar, kyun? Abhi, as an example, meko na pehle, again, I had a lot of very strong in my head of what is right and what is wrong, these kind of value ideas, right? कि यार मैं वही चीज करूंगा जो मुझे लगता है मेरी voice जिसको lend कर सकता हूँ, that I can empower, I can be empowered by, and never really ever even looked out for things that could get me like money, and now as everyone over here is saying, yeah, there are things you do for things and then there are things to do for money. This time I got, and I want to give that example because, so I got a podcast from, to do a real estate show. Okay, and to host it. And first they reached out to me, I was like, I'm the wrong person for it. मैं खुद ही बोल रहा मैंने suggest किया, मैंने कहा इन पास जाओ, इनके पास जाओ, ठीक है? And they were like, no, we want you. मैंने कहा मैं ये तो real estate की क्या बात करूँगा मैं मेरे पास क्यों आ रहे हो? तो it's not even an opportunity I'm looking. I'm just saying you're wrong. आपको नहीं पता, मैं नहीं हूँ. So they were like, no, we love your show, and it's only like a 2-3 day thing. And I was like, yeah, 2-3 day thing, real estate, क्यों करूँ मैं? तो मैंने कहा यार ठीक है, they're repeatedly saying, so I'll just quote a random amount of money. They let themselves say no. And I quoted the money. I said, ye lo. And they said, yeah. I was like, what? I can get this much money for 2 days of work for a podcast that is not even in the sphere of things that I typically do. And that's when you start realizing, yaar, ye to, matlab, there are so many possibilities. And I feel like as the older millennial representation on this table, anybody who's watching from that section, I feel like I think all of us now should be comfortable with a little bit of that. It's okay to be the person. It's okay to lean into your face. It's okay to do things for money only. I mean, especially if you're in the creative industry and तुम्हारा एक idea है कि art कितनी pure होती है. नहीं यार, everything is art. Everything that they're doing is art. Everything that we are doing is art. And let's not have that kind of really strict, strong judgments on what we can do, what we cannot do. I think it's very important to explore and experiment at this point.
Nikhil, but that, being a fellow millennial, I'll tell you, we get that emotion because our generation is something which is stuck in a between. It's a sandwiched. Our parents knew कि नहीं होना है जिंदगी में कुछ भी, so उनको उसी तरह से जिंदगी जीना है. The Gen Z generation knows that they have their right. They want to achieve something. What's right? What's wrong? We are a generation who's part this and part this. So we are a very sandwich generation. So we know we want this as well. But we are stuck in our learnings from our childhood that, okay, this is how we know that, okay, going to work, earning that much money, then spending makes more sense. For a person who for me, I started with 20K. But if I offer...
I 14,000.
Yeah. And I started with a 20K salary, 18 to be very precise, after cut ke. And it was my first time in Mumbai. And I know that I valued that money as well. But now if I offer that, it's like, wait, everyone is like, it's an underpay salary. And that time, I got that salary, I used to pay my house rent, I used to pay my all electricity and everything, and then save and do everything I want to do in Mumbai because it's a new city, I want to enjoy. So for me, that's what I'm saying. We are in a generation like that. We are trained, we're wired that way.
Exactly, and I think it's we need to and must. Like I see a lot of older folks judging the creator ecosystem, and I'm telling you, I've taken so much inspiration from these folks. And I'll tell you one very specific thing. I never charged till 2 years ago. I swear to God, I never charged for any workshop, any talk, any moderation, anything. Because humko to matlab, again, in the first 10 years of my career, if I would ask, they would never even, I don't know if they would or not, but I don't think that it was never a thing. You ask people, they ask me, and you do this. You just be like, हाँ, ये same industry के अंदर, somebody is asking for a workshop, you do a workshop. Somebody is asking for a thing. I've spent so much time doing so many things for others. And 2 years ago, 3 years ago, actually, there was a moment where, in fact, I should say Roshan Abbas, okay, sir, who's like a mentor to me, and he's absolutely incredible. One day he met me and he's like, I love what you're doing, etc., etc. And, we should, I just want to know more about how you do it and this and that. And he got into finances also. And he's like, so how much are you making? And I was like, this is how much I have. He's like, and I was like, I don't have too much. I said, I don't have too much. This is how much. Okay. He's like, but that's really great for a year. I said, sir, this is my lifetime saving. And he's like, your lifetime saving? I was like, he's like, ye to matlab. And then he was like, Nikhil,
Ye kar.
what are you doing in your life? I said, sir, you are right. Then he told me, you can charge for all of this. And I was like, maybe I should. And then I started asking for money and I started getting it. And it is just that I had to overcome this idea of embarrassment. And then now I've done like earlier, अब Google मुझे बोल रहा है अपने keynote करो, Snapchat बोल रहा है keynote करो. मैंने कभी पैसे नहीं लिए. Because मैं कहा ये तो Google है, तो Snapchat है. आप मुझे बोलते हैं, and I've asked for money and they give it, and it's just that I've never asked for money in the past. So it's a thing that I've really had to unlearn. This embarrassment and this shame that goes around कि अब मैं face नहीं हो सकता, पैसे नहीं मांग सकता, change करना पड़ेगा हमको. That's the only way that we can, and it's very important to learn from this generation. I genuinely I'm inspired by that.
And I
think-
definitely
No, go ahead.
No, I just want to continue his conversation. I strongly believe that you will never know until you ask. There's always an option of you asking for it. There's not going to be any embarrassment. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या होगा? They'll just reject you, or they'll just be like, चलो नहीं करना है हमें. You can always ask and pitch for ideas, or be like, I'm wearing this dress. Can you, can we do a collaboration, or can we do this, or even with creators in the industry, there is so much rejection so many times when creators don't even want to collaborate with each other. I've also experienced that. So I feel that जब तक मैं पूछूंगी तब तक मुझे वो पता ही नहीं चलेगा if they're interested, if they're not interested. And just because I got one rejection does not mean others are not going to be interested to work with me. So I feel that is also something that comes with time. And another thing is that when it comes to, I would say, finances, as you said, I feel I'm 27, okay? And I also feel like my mindset is somewhat like yours, because I was always told कि, इतना है, इतना save करो, and then शादी हो जाएगी. I've done civil engineering. I was not even allowed to do arts, even though I was so good in extracurriculars. I was the dance head, and I was the singing head. I represented my school for hockey, football. I was the captain for 5 years. So I've done all of that, and I still was not given that kind of support, because I had a very, my family would not support me in those things, because they were like, no, ladki hai, nahi karna chahiye. You should, do engineering. Agar arts kar rahi hai, to bigad jayegi. Ya, arts nahi allowed hai karne ke liye. It's not legitimate. They didn't even allow me to do commerce. They're like, you can only do science. And then they made me do civil engineering, and I got a year drop in my 3rd year because of one subject. And that is when I started YouTube. I actually started from YouTube, because in that 1 year, I knew that if I do not use that 1 year to prove to my parents, I'm going to get married in 2 years.
Okay. Continuing our conversation, एकदम पेट पूजा करने के बाद the same thing that we were talking about, compounding our content, and I want to understand with Hamza, because you are creating a content which is like a green flag and a red flag, and how do you think that this won't become obsolete, or do you think that you can do this continuously for as long as you'll create content?
I mean, I've spoken about this before also, that every content piece and every creator has a shelf life, because I personally feel 5 से 6 साल के बाद you have to change. But if you talk about my content in particular, say the green flag thing that you're talking about, I feel as long as there'll be red flags in this world, it will work. So,
आज हम सब रेड में बैठे हैं.
Who could represent?
So yeah, I mean, that's my take on my content bit.
But do you see yourself creating content for next 10 years as well?
I do not. No, I do not. Because this is something, which requires you every single day. And in life, there are times when you cannot really be there at all times. And this is a game of consistency. This is the game of being relevant in the market. And to be able to do that, आपको हर दिन वो करना पड़ेगा. And I mean, say tomorrow you get married, you have a family, you have kids. You cannot just sit idle all by yourself to think of an idea and go out and shoot it. So either you transform or branch out into something else, which is very similar to content creation, or content creation in a different format, but not exactly what you're doing right now. Not for the next 5-10 years.
I feel like making an IP is the next big thing for all creators, because that is what all of us are individually doing right now. You have to create something that is bigger than you, and that will still stay when you are not here tomorrow. So I feel like doing something today, whether it's a merchandise, whether it's a brand, whether it's opening your own agency, for example, you have to do something bigger than you, and content will always stay here. Like पहले cinemas content था, अभी वो cinema 5 minutes Instagram, YouTube पे आ गया, और अभी वो 30 second की reels आ गया. Tomorrow you never know, कोई 2 minute की movie बना के Instagram पे release कर दे, and that might starcast like Shah Rukh Khan in it, for example. So content will always be here. It's just that the platform will keep on changing, and how you can evolve yourself as a creator with time.
As she said, that IPs are so important, and I feel that is something that I realized very early on in my journey, because when I started my acne skin positivity journey, there were so many people that were talking about body positivity, but I did not see anybody talking about skin positivity. And when I was struggling with hormonal acne on my face, my hands, my back, like it was so traumatic to say the least, because you have to firstly see yourself in the mirror. You have to face everyone around you. You have to go out. You have to, face the world and see their expressions, see their reactions, get so many inputs, unsolicited, advices on do this, do that. You won't get married if your skin looks like this. Just so many things. And that was the first, I think, something that I freed myself from, was to not give others the power to make me feel shitty about the way I look, because I did not want anyone to ruin my day because of something that they felt when they looked at me. So I wanted to keep that power to myself. That is when No Filter with PKB started. It was my first ever photo with absolutely no makeup, just bare skin with a lot of acne. Like, it was like hormonal pus-filled acne, which is so painful. And I know that back then, I remember I was crying so much because I was at my first ever influencer event. I walk into the room and I've seen all of these amazing creators that I could not even think of, meeting them. Like, today I'm friends with them, but tabhi, like, it was like, oh my God, I'm seeing them for the first time in reality. And this bunch of creators, they did not even greet me. The first thing they tell me is that, oh my God, look at your skin. Like, it does not look like this on camera. Like, do you use a filter? Like, this is what they told me to my face. Imagine someone who's had these insecurities for years to go to an event, being made feel that way. My confidence was shattered, and I'm like, is this the reality? Like, is this what I've been consuming for so many years from, the celebrities that we see? Because everything is so picture perfect. Everything is photoshopped to the T, where not a single pore is visible on their face. And we are so used to consuming that, comparing ourselves to them, which is such an unrealistic beauty standard. That is when the same day I went back to my car, I sat in the car, I cried. And that is when I posted my first No Filter with PKB picture. And that has been my IP till date, because I was like, I am not going to make anyone make me cry or make me feel this way ever again, because it's not worth it. I know I'm beautiful. I know it's just a phase. I know it's acne. Everyone has it. Everyone has texture. Everyone has pores. Everyone has scars. And it's so normal. And we need to normalize it. We need to stop looking down at it, because whatever we see on social media is actually not true. When we see celebrities today in person, their skin looks like skin. The texture is visible, and that needs to be spoken of so much more than, because we don't see that. We feel like we need to be that. And that is what I feel is missing, and we're definitely getting there, because back then when the standards were, you will not be taken, into this brand campaign if your skin looks like this, to today brands are doing no filter campaigns. And I feel we've played such a pivotal role in that movement, because it's been 7 years since we've done the No Filter with PKB campaign. We've had conversations with brands. We've spoken to brands. We've told them how it's important to, emphasize more on this. And that's why I feel that even if and today the No Filter with PKB has definitely branched out into also body positivity, also talking about my journey, also talking about the hurdles that I had where I absolutely had no money. And from there, today, when I'm buying my house, when I'm buying my car, which was completely something that I did not even think of. And I feel you need to branch out in your IPs, but these conversations need to keep happening because they're so important, because that is actually what's going to leave an impact. Because when these people meet you in person, today, everyone that I meet at Nykaland, at any mall, anywhere, everyone has a story to tell. That I could not wear this dress. I saw your video. I saw how you were empowering us, and now I can wear it. I could not go out without makeup. Today, I'm able to do it. And that is the kind of impact that I always wanted to leave. That's the change that I wanted to make. And I'm so glad that we're able to actually do it. So, yes, like IPs are absolutely important, but it's also okay to branch out into IPs and do more things in the same spectrum.
I'll add a quick point to that, because I think what Praveen has also done is given the world an alternative.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the things not enough people think of, especially in the world we live in, where everybody is following those trends. To actually be able to sit back and look at where are the gaps, not just in society, but in your own lives. What are you not getting? She was not getting the kind of acceptance and respect that, all of us deserve, right? And she found a counter movement. And that counter movement has now led to so many other stories like that. And the same idea that with Be a Man Yaar, we, like, for the longest time in the world, we've been talking about toxic masculinity, which is such an important thing to talk about. But I've always heard those conversations and I've questioned, iska alternate kya hai? Matlab, where is you talk about toxic masculinity, but what is the positive side of that? Like, I don't know what I know everything that should not be done. What should I be doing? Wo to koi batao. And that is something that I've struggled with, again, as I said, in my own life. And I think all men over here and everywhere, we've grown up with these ecosystems. We have grown up with patriarchy. We have grown up with violence around us. But, and very, very few examples of men who have, at least who have been able to break this training, this idea of patriarchy, and been able to create some positive spaces. And it's so important to find that narrative and put that narrative out into the world. Like for me, and I know this is a controversial thing, but last year, Animal released, height of toxic masculinity. And at the same time, I'm saying that Be a Man Yaar also released. It's not to say that I'm at that level. I mean, those guys have obviously made 350 crores or whatever it is. But the fact is that my show also got acceptance, in a very, very impactful way, because again, so many people come up to me everywhere I'm going in India at this point of time just to tell me that one thing. Us episode ke andar humne jo baat hui thi, how much that has meant to me. And thank you for creating that space, And I know that this space just did not exist now. And now there is. And I hope that there's many, many more people who do more in this space. And that's how you create trends. And that's where IPs are so important, that if you really believe in something and you're willing to, it's when you're willing to actually put your time, effort, energy, commitment into something for the long run, it will pay off if you have something meaningful to do or say.
And I think on that, so Tiva Tarani is also kind of similar. The entire goal of Tiva Tarani is navigating your life in your 20s. Because I saw that in my life, I have sisters who are older to me. They are like 27, 26. And all my life and all my friends around me right now, I'm 22, but everyone around me that I talk to are all like 25, 26, 27, 28, 30. Like these are my core group of friends, right? And one thing I've realized is that they have wisdom to give. They have thoughts that for a 22-year-old, you will probably not understand. And being in this industry, we need to understand things very, very fast, because we are not working with people our age. We are working with people older in the industry, and there's a lot of professionalism that also comes. People think as a creator, banna aise ye camera chalu kar do. But there's actually a lot more that goes behind when it comes to conversation, comes to taking a stand. And a lot of times we get lost in that. And it's not just my industry, it's every industry. If you want to do something big at a young age, you need to adapt to people around you. And with that, I realized that I used to always run back to my sisters, to my friends for advice, and they always had some wisdom to give. If not them, then some podcast or some book. And I realized that while I have the access like a phone call away, not everyone has people like that to look up to. And the point of Tea with Tani was to pick up daily topics. Like I recently did something called, like the topic was, my anxious thoughts are not my reality. And it's so true because you have so much anxiety when you're constantly convincing yourself कि नहीं ये तू जो सोच रही है ना वही सही है. But that's not true. It's just a thought, and you can't fixate on that. And when I put that episode out, there were so many people like, this is exactly what I'm thinking, but there's nobody who's telling me what they implemented in their lives or what they learned. And the entire point in the end of the episode is it's not to figure out the answer. It's to just understand yourself better. And I think that is your entire 20s. You're trying to figure out so much. There's so much change happening in your life. And I used to, like, I started this 2 years ago, but I wasn't that consistent. And then people, and I put 11 episodes out in the past 2 years, and people still comment, when's the next episode coming, as if I put videos every Wednesday. And I'm like, okay. And then I realized that it's actually, when I met people, they would come up to me saying exactly what he's saying and exactly what Prabhu is saying. They pick something that you do was affecting people. And that's what having an audience is. It's a boon and a bane, because you need to do things right.
Sorry, so do you guys think that's your success metrics? Because I really want to understand, how do you decide that my content is surviving, or my content has a success metrics? And when you do, I also want to carry forward that question and ask, a lot of, we also spoke about it, is that consistency is the key. And we talked about being a content machine, and now we're talking about measuring that success. But don't you think so? The consistency also leads to a breakdown, like a mental breakdown. So how do you balance yourself there, that you know that you have to be consistent because that's the requirement of the algorithms and the requirement of your career as well? Because we are also being consistent by we're going to job every day. We are going to job.
Wake up every day.
We are going to job every day, but we're doing that. That's our consistency. We know that, okay, we have only this much limited time. This is what we take a break. But how do you balance that out?
मैं एक बात बोलता हूँ. It's like a gist of everything that we've spoken right now. Okay, so हम ना content को ना बहुत business के हिसाब से बात कर रहे हैं उसके बारे में. Like consistency होनी चाहिए, क्या niche होनी चाहिए, क्या IP बनानी चाहिए. But everyone on this table, like Nikhil, Priyanshu, Prableen, me, if you'll go to see, there's a common point कि सबकी life जो है ना एक पॉइंट पे मूव हुई. लाइक ही सेड, अनलेस जब तक कोई गला दबा के आपको नहीं फीलिंग नहीं आया तब तक आप नहीं कर पाते हो. निखिल हैड एक्सपीरियंसेस, लाइक बीइंग अ मैन, व्हाटएवर ही फेस्ड इन हिज ओन लाइफ. प्रबलीन जब कार में जाके बैठ के रोई, या जब ये लैपटॉप बंद करके प्रियांशु वाज थिंकिंग अबाउट दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग. फॉर माय कंटेंट आई वुड से लाइक आई हैव ग्रोन अराउंड वुमेन एंड आई हैव सीन व्हाट देम बीन थ्रू. सो आपकी लाइफ में ना कुछ ऐसा होता है व्हिच रियली मूव्स यू, एंड दैट कम्स आउट इन फॉर्म ऑफ कंटेंट. And that is why it works. So when you say that, how do you carry it forward, or like how do you make it, kaise survive karega? It's just that it will survive because hum jo kar rahe hain na, it's from within. It's not from a business point of view. The more we make it business, the less people relate. So we just got to be authentic to why we started. If we just carry that forward, it will just.
But my concern and my question was also because if it's coming from within, there is a time when it's going to stop coming from within as well. There is, maybe it's too early for you to realize that, but it might come. It's not possible that every day you'll feel in a way that, okay, you can create a content. You'll have your breakdown, you'll have your burnouts, you'll have your energy drain out
life
times.
Is happening constantly. Today you're feeling
something,
tomorrow you'll
feel
something
but
else.
When you are sad at time, but you have, for someone like him who's creating an entertainment content, he might go through a phase in life which is not happy, which he's at his lowest, but he has committed to something to create a content, and that content is an entertainment content. How do you deal that? That's a breakthrough point. How do you understand that? Okay, that's my.
The way I figured that out was I listened to this interview of Shah Rukh again, and he had just said treat it like a job, in the way that if you had been doing a job and you had not been feeling well, you'd still have to go to the office and work. And relating that to something that I had learned through Javed Sahab, once he said there is a difference between art and craft. Art is, if I'm writing something, the feelings that I have, the emotions that I have, that come from within. like Hamza talked about, the inspirations that I've drawn from my own life, from my own experiences, those are the art that I'm talking about. But how I put them on paper, how I craft them, what word I put after the previous word, that's my craft. On the days that life doesn't inspire you, as you talked about, on the days that I am sad probably and I have to write the most happy love story in the world, I have to get my craft on the table. That's I think that's what separates people, because inspiration is a very uncertain thing. It may come one day, it might not the other. I have struggled with that. During the last 1 year only, when I've really taken doing this full time seriously, I have had moments where I've not gotten a story and I've been worried about कि अब मैं क्या बनाऊंगा. Like it's been a week, I've not made anything, and I need to be consistent. वरना algorithm तो मेरे को खुद algorithm भूल जाएगा मेरे को. तो that's the point I've realized कि craft होना चाहिए. You need to just do it like a job. Put pen to paper and write, and turn on the camera and shoot. You don't have to produce absolute gold on those days. You just have to produce.
You just have to keep going. I feel the consistency we put in content posting has to come and just keep on doing it. I think वो होता है ना कि आप करते रहोगे तो आएगा. Don't just leave it because you can't. Like there, but I'm pretty sure everybody on this table one day, like I've cried in front of the camera while shooting a brand campaign which I had to submit, but I just couldn't. I was so sad, things were going on in my life, but I had a deadline and I had to do it because मेरे वजह से दुनिया नहीं रुकेगी. Every person in this world is going through something, and that's life. And like, to be honest, abhi I started, like, I know there has to be a line between being an artist and treating it as a business, because business जैसे treat करो तो बहुत technical भी हो जाता है. I get it, and as creators we can't be too technical because then where's the relatability, right? But I feel to hold myself accountable, I started this. I wake up at 7, I sit in front of my desktop and on my desk, and I will do something. 9 to 5, I will do something. I will find work. I will do research. I will start doing case studies of creators. I will do something. But if I don't, then I will just not. Then when the day comes, when I don't have anything to do, I will not know what to do, and I will just lie there and I will feel the shittiest then, because I'm not able to do something that I'm so privileged to have my own job. But if I can't hold myself accountable, then how does this move forward?
Do you give yourself that liberty that, okay, it's okay that
To
I
take a
take a break,
Yeah.
it's okay that I put my mental health on
It comes
priority
over
right now?
time. Like I had a time where every day I will एक reel तो जाएगी, कुछ भी जाएगा, पर एक reel तो जाएगा. But that itself has today made me realize कि वो हम सब बोल रहे हैं ना कि कभी-कभी वो 5 सेकंड में जो कंटेंट बनता है वो भी चल जाता है, because you're relatable, because you're not thinking too much.
Exactly.
Again, when you're not too technical, also things work out.
Because that's when you're you.
Yeah, when you're you. So again, the entire point of our job is experimenting.
But you are a business also. You
हाँ.
are as much as a business as
तो
it
business
is,
एक
as any
product
other
नहीं निकालेगा.
business is.
हाँ, तो business will also remove multiple ranges. उसमें से एक बिल्कुल shine करेगा, and others will not. But then there will always be another product. There's always be innovation, and that is just because they don't give up the minute they don't. As he didn't, right? He didn't have an idea, but that didn't stop him from not creating after that. And eventually, he's now sitting here. So clearly, it worked out for him. So I think if you just keep doing what you love, it will eventually, and sometimes just be okay. Go to sleep. If you're thinking too much, just go
I
to
think
sleep.
Laziness is creativity's
That's true.
biggest caller. Like,
Yeah.
just when I don't have an idea figured out the way, when there is a block, creativity block, I just chill around for 10 days on my bed, and then suddenly something strikes. But again, that's not to say that you don't have to do it. During those 10 days also, I sit for hours writing absolute shit on paper. Like, if anybody reads that, they would be surprised to, know that I call myself a writer, or I try to be a writer someday. But you have to do that.
You have to be bored to be creative sometimes.
Yeah.
Like you have to be bored with life, and then you'll be like, "यार बहुत हो गया, अब तो कुछ करते हैं," and then you'll come up with the best ideas. This has happened with me multiple times, and I'm very happy.
Right now I feel businesses are becoming more creators, and creators are becoming more businesses. Like I feel like every creator wants to have a brand, and brands are becoming more like creators.
That is the another conversation.
But don't you think so? You're a business in yourself.
Yeah,
You
Yeah, we are a brand.
We are a brand.
Yeah.
We are our brands, and we are selling ourselves.
But you
We are a
have to have
business.
a marriage with your content. In marriage, some days, or in a long-term relationship, you have to make it work. You have to show up on bad days. And while this might sound very technical, but for example, even मेरा है कि मेरे को हर दिन reel डालनी थी. Anxiety तो हो जाती है नहीं तो.
हाँ.
But otherwise, if you're not able to put out a reel, then you put a carousel post.
You
then
do
you
something.
put stories. You keep on finding alternatives. On bad days, when you know your skin doesn't look good, or your hair doesn't look good, or you just can't show up, you maybe put like a no filter with PKB. You put out your real self. Or you put out like an old photo dump, like you were talking about. You had to go on this.
Yeah.
You haven't posted from a trip, so I feel like
gonna see that.
you need to find alternatives, and that is what a business is like. Going through a bad day with like a smile on your face.
See, I have a little bit of an alternate point of view on this because, again, I have the privilege of distance, right? Like, I have not been born into this, you know. I actually know for a time where there was like no internet and no Instagram, right? So it is, I'm old, guys, even though I am Yuva. But
Why are you just bringing age again and again?
I mean, it
making
is-
me feel older.
so I think what I also, again, as I said, in some many ways it is also privilege, right? Like, I understand a world where see, हमारी ट्रेनिंग अलग थी. हमारी ट्रेनिंग के अंदर, like, I remember my father, who has, in many ways it's the same thing but in a very different way, that my father for the longest time, I've never seen my father take a break between jobs. Like, he would get so anxious. उनका 9 to 5 जो हमने बोल रहे थे ना, हमारी जॉब, हाँ उन्होंने 9 to 5 किया है, और वो 9 to 5 के अंदर, but after that, if they've एक job change करनी है वगैरह, I've seen my father be very, very anxious if he's had even 2 days between jobs. I don't remember my parents like taking like a proper break or vacation or any of that. I've seen them do one thing to other thing to another thing to another thing to another thing. Now within that, of course, it was like a long form job office thing, but at the same time, यहाँ पर it's the same thing going on for content. They are doing it in a very different way, but it's similarly to the same thing. When I was doing my first job, I was in Hindustan Times first, then I was in MTV, and I did about 6 years of this non-stop work. And at some point in time, I really felt like, man, what am I doing? Because you do get overwhelmed after a point of time. You are doing the same thing as everybody else, like these people are doing. But I decided at one point to take a break in my career, which was, and I've taken 2 breaks, like large, like 4, 5 month breaks, where I've not done any work, and I've not done any work in the sense of I've not done a full-time job and I've just taken time off. So after MD, when I was about 25, 26, I took a sabbatical in my career, went home, spent some time with my family. This is before, and the reason for that was I was about to get married, and I wanted to not get married in the middle of doing like a job. मुझे अपने अच्छे से शादी करनी है, मुझे enjoy करना अपनी शादी को, yeah.
I left my job right before,
Exactly.
before my wedding, and it's like I am not going to take. I don't want to be in that rush कि मुझे बस वही
कि
दिन
10
है
दिन
जिसमें मुझे शादी की तैयारी भी करनी है, शादी भी करनी है, शादी के बाद enjoy भी करना है और वापस ऑफिस पहुंच जाना है.
So I wanted to make sure that I'm giving time to like actually putting together a great wedding, enjoying it in the process, having a great time with my partner, my wife, doing a great honeymoon without having to answer calls or whatever it is, right?
That came out very long.
And then I came, and you know what happened, that the time that I've taken, now fortunately again, I feel like your work and your efforts compound. So the time that I had taken led me to, in fact, I got a job at Yashraf. They only reached out because, I mean, for whatever reasons, the work that I had done at MTV, they must have liked. And then for 3 months, they were looking for a person and they reached out to me. After Yashraf, again, I took another sabbatical because at that time I had got anxious and I took a sabbatical for my mental health. But that led me to Yuva. So that distance that I've gotten has been very helpful for me. A lot of these young folks don't have that distance at this point of time because they're doing this for the first time. And I always, all the friends that I have in the ecosystem, I always tell them this repeatedly. Yaar, kahin nahi, you need to know the why. Fortunately, everyone on this table kind of knows. The why is very important because at some point this algorithm will change. At some point, Instagram may or may not become irrelevant. YouTube may or may not become irrelevant. Who are you outside of all of this? It's a very important question that we all need to answer. Who am I outside of the content that I make? Who am I outside of this consistent posting, this business that I'm doing? Who am I? If there was no platform, what would you be doing with your life? And if you don't have an answer to that, then it's a really big problem. And the only way you get this answer is when you take a little bit of distance, when you have a little bit of gap between doing everything every day and then spend time with yourself. Also, you'll have experiences if you spend time with yourself that you can actually create content around. तुम जिंदगी जी नहीं रहे हो, तुम सिर्फ content पे ही सब कुछ करे जा रहे हो. And it's, again, I know most of the folks on this table are like really smart ones, but there are people who make some terrible content also, you know, and they make, and they don't think, you know, and they're just putting
Names.
things out. And I feel like,
we want names, yeah.
Right.
know your why. You know, don't just do like just content. Not every
That's
content should be a
so-
business.
So
I so agree. Just to add a little
Huh.
point here, that I started doing this full time last year, and after 2-3 months of doing it, from July to September, I had done my first show. It got sold out in an hour of putting up the tickets. Just the next morning after that show, I sat on the floor of my bathroom and I sobbed because I felt like a failure. I don't know why. I just felt like I'm 22, and again a little point in the middle. Earlier, I think quarter life crisis used to come around 26 to 30 की age में. Now it comes around 18, 19. I was 22 back then, and I realized कि what am I doing with my life? I'm such a failure. I had done a houseful show the last night. I just couldn't comprehend that. I couldn't process it. My mind was living 20 days in the past, and मुझे 20 दिन लगे वो show process करने में.
उसके बाद
एक मिनट, ये-
Hyperpoint life.
This is so insane that you say this, because this happened. My anxiety that happened. I turned 30, you know, and I had become GM at Yash Raj Films. So I was not from Bombay. Came from outside. 21. I came to the film industry. Had no friends. Knew nobody. In 9 years, I was at Yash Raj as a GM. Had produced 4 of the first 10 web series in this country. And yet, I got a double promotion that time. I finally got some good money in my life, got a big title, got a cabin at work, and then I got anxiety. And the reason for that, and I remember like, this is good, I have got what I wanted. And then the scariest part about getting sometimes what you want is then you're like, अब ये मिल गया, अब क्या करूँगा? यही तो चाहिए था. And because you're not, and it took me so much therapy to understand, because we are not actually, and this is what I'm also coming back to the same point, we're not really enjoying a lot of this work. We are postponing our happiness, saying that जब ये milestone आएगा ना तब मैं खुश होऊंगा, जब वो milestone आएगा ना तब खुश होऊंगा. फिर जब milestone आ जाता है ना, फिर आपको समझ आता है there's more milestones. Yeah. कितने और milestones हैं?
मेरा मानना है कि माइलस्टोन हमेशा आगे मूव कर जाता है, because you take so much time and
To
you
reach the
live
milestone.
milestone that
Yeah.
now that's
We are
nothing.
just-
Now you have too many things.
Which is why always the journey.
Yeah.
Always.
Always journal.
Always the journey.
Oh, okay.
So I want
we are
to
just in this journey. I think we've all just become Sisyphuses pushing our rocks up the hill, and it keeps rolling down, and we don't realize that
भाई क्या
we must
references
क्या
हैं?
line
अरे
देता है
ये
भाई, मजा
Sisyphus, I mean, what references
we
he has?
must imagine him happy. We must, yeah, but we forget that part. We forget to make ourselves happy in that process. We just remember the first part of that philosophy कि हमें push करते रहना है, but we don't imagine ourselves happy.
I'm following him right now, first of all. ये बहुत
I'm
important.
telling you, क्या
बहुत
बोलता है
like,
भाई,
भाई,
मजा आ
ये-
जाता है.
But I want to take what Nikhil said and what Hamza said, that you guys are doing it from your heart, and he is talking about distancing. And how do you distance yourself when you're doing something from heart? The whole point, coming back to the example, you took 2 breaks in life, and you took when you were working, because that was your work. But now tell me, do you think, are you in that, but I know you have moved yourself from Yuva. Do you think that you can take like a break from Yuva one
I'm
day?
taking it next year. I'm taking one next year. I'm taking 3 months off.
But- nice. But do you think, like, because it's a very difficult part for me, if I took a break when I was working somewhere, and now when it's my organization, I don't think that it's difficult for me. It's possible for me to go on a like a break or sabbatical. It took me 7 years to literally take a 1 week holiday. This was the first year I took twice the holidays. One week ka. This was the first year, and that's my milestone, because it literally, I feel that what if I'm not there, and how will it survive?
So I you know, I've gone through this, Minil. First 5 years of Yuva, exactly this, okay, as an entrepreneur, you know. And after a point of time in life, I think it took me a long time, and I hope like everyone reaches this part quickly. Who you love is far greater than what you love. Okay, I really think that.
Ooh, deep.
Thank you.
Wow.
So if you're
Now
not
writing everything.
if you're not spending time with the people you love, what are you doing this for? You know, my parents are getting older, and I keep thinking that, you know, when I like, why do your parents send you away for work? You know, in our ecosystem, ये लोग तो मतलब घर पे कर रहे हैं, which is great. I mean, I'm saying it in a good way. You know, with our ecosystem, your parents have sent you away for work. You know, and you're going away from your mother, your father, etc., to make a life. But the thing is, then you know what you do? You have a child, and then you send them away to work. At no point are you going back home. You know, you're not doing, like, ultimately your parents are giving you that opportunity. You know, they're working all their life to give you that opportunity. So someday you make that money and hopefully use that opportunity to have a good life. But हमारे लिए good life है सारी materialistic चीजें बन जाती हैं. My father hasn't spent time with me because he was always working. I felt like the first 10 years of my life I couldn't spend as much time with my partner because I was always working. So I have now taken a very, you know, the last sabbatical really had me. Anxiety, in fact, was my dearest friend, because anxiety made me understand that what I care so much more deeply about the people in my life than anything else I do. And I want to find a way of living a life where I'm giving enough time to the people I love while I do this thing. So for me, it's never even a question. Tomorrow, if I know that, if, you know, and my mother needs me, फाड़ में क्या काम है यार, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता उस काम का, मैं कर लूंगा. I know, I have faith in myself that even if something stops for 1 year, 2 years, I will come back and I'll find a way of making the money. But the time that I have to spend with my mom, with my, you know, wife, with my family is not going to come back. You're losing that time. So that is a very important perception for me. And Yuva is my baby also, but it is ultimately a company, man. It's not just, you know, it's in Yuva, for me, the people that I work with are far more important than the company itself. I care more deeply about Kevin, Anusha, you know, Nirbhay, all the folks who are in the leadership of Yuva and everybody else, you know, on the team, far deeper than I care about the valuation, the profit. If I want the company to be a success, it's because I want them also to make the money because of the money, the effort and time that they have. So for me, that's the driving factor. And I feel like the minute I made that perspective shift, which again, anxiety was the reason for it, my life became so much more, I had so much more clarity.
You know, I have a question to ask you, Nikhil. Actually, like right now, you're at that stage in your life where you feel like you can draw that perspective. But for me personally, I feel like I'm watching my parents grow old from a distance. 4 of my family members live in different cities, and I'm here. And sometimes I feel like I shifted to Mumbai for work because this city will give me work and make me come closer to my dreams. But what if I'm missing out on the real family time? And ultimately leaves me with this question: who am I doing this for? The people I'm doing this for are not even living in my vicinity. They're not even close to me. Then where is this taking me? And I feel like while we try to connect with our why, कि हम क्यों content बना रहे हैं, but at the end of the day, it's genuinely, it leaves us with this void. It leaves us with this hollowness that no matter what you do, you can't have two things at the same time. As much as I'd love to have my family here with me and, you know, have that distance with content and spend time with them, I know ultimately I can't.
See, I feel again, and you know, you guys are at a place where you are able to, with the success that you have, I think you all are able to make more money than most of us have made in 10, 15 years of a career. It's true, okay? I have not been able to buy a home in Bombay. I have had a 16-year-old career. I don't have the money to buy a home in Bombay. And I mean, of course, I can buy a small apartment in, you know, a small part of Bombay, but I want to buy a decent place. I don't have that money. I hope I make that money now that, you know, my career has taken off from a face lens. In the next 2 to 3 years, I'm really hoping that I'm able to buy a home that I can really be proud of. But that's okay for me right now, because even the time, I mean, the money that I've spent, I made sure that I'm spending enough time with my wife. I have a rule always, you know, Sundays को मैं कुछ भी हो जाए, दुनिया जल जाए, मैं नहीं संडे को काम करता, ठीक है ना? मैं अपनी वाइफ, आई लव स्पेंडिंग टाइम विद माय वाइफ. आई एम संडेज अप फॉर हर, बाहर में गई दुनिया. And it is, and you know, and I feel like with you guys, with the amount of money that you're earning, you can also afford to take a little break, travel with your family, go and have, you know, spend that 1 month. I have now, so again, 8 years ago, when I started making a little bit of money at Yashraj, the one big decision I took was that my mother, for the longest time in her life, my father would get to travel for work things. My mother would never get to travel. She's always with her. I made sure that every year on New Year's, I will take my mother to a different country. And we did, before COVID, we went to about 6 countries every year, just because, like, last week of the year, to show my mother the world. You know, she's given us the world. What are we doing for her? You know, and I wanted to show her the world. And I feel like if all of us can make that little bit of a decision in our lives, कि क्या कर रहे हैं इस पैसे का, and that's why I'm saying distance is very important. अगर आप उसके अंदर, if it's a hamster wheel where all of us are constantly just creating and making things, we are never going to understand why. That why only comes when you have a little bit of distance. Give yourself that space. You're earning good money. Take that time off. Use that money to have those experiences that you will cherish forever.
I think just to add one.
I want to add something.
हम सबको मांगे.
Tagging my manager here, taking a break.
No, but these people, I think you and I can take effort to say this because we have something in our career that we have spent. These are new people. They know that.
They are bigger brands than us, by the way.
I know.
So
Yeah,
they
I know,
are
but they-
much bigger brands.
That's why they have a bigger on stake
बोलते
also.
रहते हैं कि earn your worth. We are
That's-
constantly told that
That's
earn
why
your worth.
they have bigger stakes as well.
You know, I'll give an example of a very simple, best example, Abhishek Upmanyu. Okay, वो साल में ना एक बार ही आता है या 2 बार ही आता है अपने specials डालता है. He doesn't do it the rest.
Even Bhuvan Bam.
Bhuvan also, I mean, see, Bhuvan has done a lot of
They've been there.
No,
that's
but
why.
again, I'm telling you, Bhuvan is still Bhuvan did a lot of this in the
Work,
beginning
yeah.
part of the time. I'm giving Abhishek Upmanyu as a very specific example because he doesn't do that kind of content. He doesn't go on podcasts. He's not spending every minute of his life making content. He only does like that one special in every 2 years, and he's not online. And he's happy, and he's cult because he puts the time in his craft. And again, I really feel like that's something we do not understand in this. In the new ecosystem of work, put the time. Sometimes it will actually help you do something far deeper. Like Priyanshu, I know he's doing such good work. I'm 100% sure with the limited understanding I already have, is a very talented young boy. मुझे पता है इसने जब थोड़ा इसका, when he feels like he has the privilege of having made a little bit of money, if he takes that time off, he will be able to write a much longer film which will have a much deeper impact on the world. That is my assumption, and I feel that's true for everybody over here.
I've recently learned this very important thing, which I think I should have learned way earlier. So, have you guys watched that Matthew McConaughey Oscar acceptance speech where he just gets on stage and says ki when somebody asks him who is his idol, he says it's me 10 years down the line, and I just chase him. And I used to do that all my life, but I realized it's the half of the story. If you just keep chasing yourself 10 years in the future, you're always gonna be incomplete. So I've recently started chasing the kid I was 10 years ago. What did I want when I was 14, 13? I genuinely realized this. If a 13-year-old Priyanshu would have been standing in front of 60 people, performing, doing the thing that he loves, would he still be thinking about how many tickets he sold out of the total number of seats? Would he still be thinking about कल किस brand को script भेजनी है? Would he still be thinking about कि कितने महीने से कोई vacation ले ली, उस creator को तो वो deal मिल गई? It's a lie we tell ourselves that we need to constantly keep chasing something. We do, but we also need to keep chasing something that we left behind, like the why we started doing it. So that is what I feel has helped me always to realize कि 10 साल पहले मैं कैसा feel करता है इसके बारे में. I try to feel the same way about it now.
For me, I would like to add that I always felt like in Punjabi we always say that हमेशा सहज अवस्था में रहो. सहज अवस्था is like the balance, not too happy, not too sad for anything. So that is something that I've always stuck by in my life. So even when it's related to work, even when it's related to a milestone, मैं ना बहुत खुश होती हूँ ना मैं बहुत दुखी होती हूँ. I always look at it, चल ठीक है आज हुआ कल it'll be better. और आज मैं बहुत दुखी हूँ कल I'll be like चल it'll be better. आज मैं बहुत ज़्यादा खुश हूँ. I'll remind myself कि कल इतना खुश नहीं होगी तो just be balanced, be in that Sahaj Avastha. And that's why when I'm working also, I know I treat my work as like a proper business because we are the ones that are negotiating, we are speaking to our managers, we're doing the editing, we're doing the scripting, we're literally doing the job of like 10 people in one person. So it's actually like a full-fledged business that we're running by ourselves. Abhi jaake there are agencies in place, but initially all of us know because we've done all of that ourselves. So when people like, I think of it like that, when it's your own baby, when it's your own business, you also need to understand that that is not your entire life. That's why whenever, since the beginning, like I've prioritized my relationships so much that even when I have a shoot, I know I can work till, like if a brand wants, or if I know that I have like a self-love post that has to go live on Monday at 9 a.m, I will shoot till 2 a.m in the night, I will edit it and I will keep it ready for 9 a.m. But if the previous night my friend needs me, I'm going to leave everything and go there. And that is something that I have always made sure of so much which is why the real richness that I have is of my relationships that I've made, like nothing else. Yeah, because I feel that whenever I'm shooting, whenever I'm working, I work in a way where I can make like a good amount of, like I work as, I make a bank of content. Like I know I will shoot like 8 pieces, 10 pieces a day. That is how I work. Because I know that I want the rest of the days to ideate, to take that, you know, to live life with my friends, with my family, to spend time with them. After like 6 o'clock, my studio room is shut. I'm in my hall. I'm not the online PKB. I'm just Prablin, jiske ghar sab friends aate, like the Friends serial, and all my friends are just in the hall chilling, we're watching movies. That is my life. And
the real privilege is the people you love and the people who love you.
Yeah.
You know, once you make a critical amount of money,
Both are doing, and someone is doing, both are doing this, and there is
So
someone
now
else.
is the time for Hamza.
yeah.
Hamza,
Yeah.
you go ahead.
अभी
No,
आप
please
आपस
say,
में
let's go.
I mean, I just want to add कि you know हम सब ना जो भी चेस कर रहे हैं अपनी लाइफ में वो हमारा खुद का अपना विजन है और जो हमारे अपने हैं ना उनको वो चाहिए ही नहीं. हमें लगता है कि हमें अपनी मम्मी के लिए एक घर बनाना है, हमें लगता है कि पापा को अच्छी गाड़ी देनी है.
So true, oh shit.
You know, a child when he's growing up, a father and a mother they do everything. वो बाप पूरे दिन बाहर काम कर रहा है, रात में आ रहा है, बच्चा सो जा रहा है. फिर वो जब वो बच्चा बड़ा हो रहा है ना, वो बड़ा होके बोल रहा है कि मेरे बाप ने मुझे टाइम नहीं दिया. And the father was busy making him, like, giving him a good life. So all of this is fine, like, you know, whatever you're chasing. Like, your mother doesn't want a good house. All she wants is your time. And that goes for all the people that you love. So, I mean, if you just, like, figure that out, we'll automatically take that time out and, you know, be them. Because we all are grown-ups over here. Most of us are living away from home. And one thing that always hits me and stays with me, I left my home 13 years ago, my hometown. And it's a very distant memory now. And I will never, ever in my life spend that same amount of time with my parents again. And for a woman, it's even more difficult because they get married and they go to someone else's house. As a man, you can again, like, make your parents stay with you. But as a woman, you cannot. So which is why, I mean, you know, whatever is left, just go do it. Because पैसे कमाने के लिए, नाम कमाने के लिए पूरी जिंदगी पड़ी है. But your parents will not always be there. So just with that thought, you can always, you know, just like go back and make some time and space for yourself. Over to you guys.
Yeah, सब emotional हुए हैं.
मैं मेरे questions पीछे ही पड़े हैं.
What I feel is कि we are privileged to, you know, sit here, discuss about this big terms, mental breakdown, anxiety, and everything. In this 83 days of journey, which I've captured each and every story of, maybe say one Aji who lost her son, who used to sell vegetables with him, and how did she not break after losing her son, and she's still continuing that particular thing every day. She sits there from in the morning from 10 to till the vegetables are sold. So she told me about all this journey, and I think that was one of my best videos up till now. That was, I think, day 34, and I again went to meet her after 15 days, and we literally started crying, both of us. The one thing she told me that I need to spend time. You need to spend time with your loved ones. Again, on day 75, I met a man, a 40-year-old man, who told me about he lost everything, his wife, his mother, and everything. And one thing he misses the most is spending time with them. Everything will come to you. The only thing which will not come is the time. So spend as much as time you can with your loved ones is what I feel. And even when I offer them something, to the needy people, I'll say, आपको क्या चाहिए? They'll say, आपने जो बात किया ना हमारे साथ, वही सबसे ज़्यादा मतलब important thing थी वो हमारे लिए. So I ask them, if you want some money, महीने भर का राशन, anything you want. Some people are like, no बेटा, आपने बात किया ना हमारे साथ, हमारे लिए सबसे बड़ी बात हो गई वो. So everything I think we are telling कि हम लोग को ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए.
You're privileged to even ask for it.
Yeah.
True. That's very true because even I feel, and personally, I feel that I've been seeing our parents getting old, and every time I go back, like I used to go back only Holi Diwali. Then soon it is only Diwali. But that is one time I go back home and it was fortunately this year my parents came, my in-laws came. I got a chance to go to them. But every time I went and I was like, मेरे parents हर visit पे और बूढ़े हो रहे हैं. और ऐसा लगता है कि when we go back, we have to fulfill so many things for them, which we would have done if we were staying with them. And as much as we want to, we know that we have to come back and we have to do a life that is there, the things that are here. So it's always, and I think so we'll never be able to achieve that balance in life कि हाँ आज इतना time काम को दे देते हैं, आज इतना काम उस time अपने parents को दे देते हैं या family को या people भी value उनको दे देते हैं. I really don't think so that's a possible, और खुद को दे देते हैं in fact possible to achieve.
I
Because
can say
you can
that
always
that's
try.
a sacrifice. I feel.
Yeah.
This sacrifice
Every
few
time
things-
you're gonna sacrifice your mental
you-
health, your work,
you
or
have to.
your parents
And
or
I
family
think
members,
life
whoever.
is built on sacrifice, but you have to be very content with the sacrifice you're making. As Nikhil said, for him to leave for those 3 to 5 months was so this, but he came out being so happy because he knew that's a sacrifice that in the end is something that he really wants. And I think that goes for all of us, right? If we really, like, even this is something we're having a conversation right now, we're all feeling it, and I can, like, we can sense the energy right now, everyone's feeling it. बट अभी घर जाके ना जब 6 मैसेजेस आएगी कि ये करना है,
ये पेंडिंग पड़ा
हम
है ना,
भूल
सब
जाएंगे.
एक सेकंड में भूल जाएंगे.
हम भूल जाएंगे till we again get reminded and we'll again try and we'll again make it happen. It is a continuous cycle and it will never change because that is what life will do to you as you grow older.
And that's why I'm
And
saying
to
you
make
need-
peace
you
with
need
it.
distance to
Yeah.
be able to prioritize, to be able to understand your priorities. Forget prioritize.
Very self-aware.
Understand your priorities and then work towards it. Of course, it's not every day is not going to be simple, but if you work towards it, you will reach that ideal position. You know, Zakir bhai ko main dekhta hu, Zakir has managed to get his entire family over here, man. There's so many other people, in Bombay who have families who have lived somewhere else. All of them have worked hard and then got their families to stay with them. That's my dream also. I'm sure that's a dream for a lot of us. But until we are aware that that is what we are working towards, then everything we are doing is also then why are we doing what we are doing, right?
So I'll wrap this conversation with this, that it's important to decide the priority, and it's okay that sometimes the work is priority and sometimes family and ourselves is a priority. Coming to wrapping up this year, and because that's the conversation we have on table is, but I want to ask one myth, and quickly if you guys can just one by one tell me what's that quickly is the key word.
Important word.
What's that one myth about content creation that unfortunately, or the creator economy that unfortunately still exists in 2024?
That views are bigger than community. I think what we've completely changed this year, and this apparently Hamza complimented me over the fact that I have a great community, so thank you. And I feel like this year I've only harvested in my community. I've built Pookie so much, the word Pookie, and now I've even started sending newsletters.
So it was so beautifully made.
Not for monetization or anything, just because I want to talk to my audience. I didn't have great friends. I still don't have best friends, and I think my audience is my best friend. And wrapping it up quickly, I just really
You can say more.
Yes. I just feel like build a
Very smart.
community, and you can, if you have a good community, your community and your audience will literally change a platform for you. Tomorrow, if God forbid, if Instagram just crumbles, and if I decide to switch to, let's say, Snapchat, I know my community will come and follow me there. So you have to build a community, and that is the only way forward.
Same.
No, Tarini. What's that one myth that you think that unfortunately still exists?
That there is no space for you and there's competition. Like, I think throughout, as I have, like, it's been 3 years since I've been in the industry, and I joined in, like, when I was 18 was, when I entered the industry almost. And I think we were always pitched against each other because that was better for the industry. And I think till date, a lot of that happens where you're pitched against your fellow creators, or you're like, very subtly, subconsciously made to think a certain way. And I think that's happened with all of us till we became self-aware ki ye to nahi hai. And again, same goes with the views, right? We've always been told, jitna zyada view, utna zyada paisa, jitna zyada ye, utna zyada. Till we are self-aware, where we understand ki nahi bhai, iske wajah se nahi chal raha hai. And that's happened to everybody in a way and form. And I think we've always been put against each other कि अगर उसको ये मिला ना तो तुझे नहीं मिलेगा तो तू देख ले types. And I think that's not true. I think there is space enough and plenty of brands and plenty of space for everybody to exist in their own way and form, and nobody can tell you otherwise.
Priyanshu, what do you think?
I think the myth is that following trends is all we do. I think just following trends will get nobody nowhere. It's always at the end of the day what new you bring to the table. We remember Bhuvan because he brought wines. We remember Carrie because he brought roasting. Harsh and Ashish brought sketches. So if you want to stay relevant for a month or a couple of years, go for it. But if you want to like actually do something greater than yourself and your account or your .com, you need to bring something new to the table.
One thing that I feel is that you need to post, like, people keep saying that you need to post daily or otherwise you'll get irrelevant. That irrelevancy, I feel, is such a big fear in everyone's mind that, oh, I'll just get irrelevant, is mainly because we don't believe in ourselves enough. And I feel that needs to kind of change, because the community that you've built, the kind of impact you've created on so many lives, it's always going to shine. And today, if, for example, I'm talking about in my own journey, when I was talking about skin positivity, and I felt that was kind of getting stretched, and I had already spoken a lot about it. I also shifted to body positivity. I also shifted to self-love, and there will always be feathers to the same narrative. But you need to keep evolving as well. Tomorrow, when I will have a family, tomorrow, when I'll get married, tomorrow, when I will have kids, I need to have faith in myself that I will not get irrelevant, and I don't need to have that fear, because I am creative and I can make content out of different newer things also that come into my life. So that irrelevancy should not be a fear.
She stole my point.
Now think of one
Should I
more.
said it first? Or ruko?
I think he has shared enough throughout. वैसे मतलब
Mithis, you have to
No, I'll actually break the myth of what everyone in this, what Hamza at the beginning said, that इस industry के अंदर दोस्त बनाने मुश्किल है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. मुझे लगता है कि हम लोग एक तो ना दिमाग में सबको बना के बैठा दिया है कि networking is everything. There's no such thing as networking. When I go, and I'm telling you, for me, the most important lesson in my own life that I've always tried to follow is that even if you go to an event, you go to a conference, if you have one deep conversation with someone, that's much better than having 100, small, short, random conversations with people. So I don't have FOMO. If I find the one person that I'm able to spend 5-7 minutes with or more, and we get to have a heart to heart, I know that that's a friendship now that I've formed that I will keep going back to, versus meeting everyone, 100 different people and saying, I like you. I feel like you can make friends. You have to take your time out. And spend time with people, and one of you said that, spend time with people outside of work, go and hang with them, and you'll make those friends. I have so many friends I've made in this industry, and all of that has happened because I've taken the time and effort to kind of cultivate those relationships. Relationships will be built if you do not look at everybody else as like either a competitor or a creator or a network.
But as a person.
Yeah, but as a person, absolutely. Wow. Great. Absolutely.
With I said that because you have experienced more life than us because you have worked in different industries. I'm not pointing at your age over here, but the only thing is mostly the people that we're meeting in these events are very young people. So that concept of everyone's yapping.
You are the best.
There's the term yapping. Everyone's yapping. Small conversations have become the new trend. No one's really, interested in sitting and having a deep conversation with you.
But you change.
You have to find those people.
That's what. It's I'm not saying it's not possible. It's difficult finding.
A lot of people agreed to that statement.
With my limited experience, I've realized in Bombay and in this industry especially, as much as I've only been here 4 times for a week, and I've realized everybody is so scared and so vulnerable and so afraid all the time and so lonely that it makes them also very open to conversations. Like this is the first time we have hung out together in Delhi, me and Dharini. This is the first time we were in Bombay hanging out, and the conversations I have with her are I love those conversations because it feels like I'm talking to somebody who's not a creator.
आधे टाइम हम रोड पे ही रह जाते हैं ना.
नहीं, but so I was having this
But
conversation with
people
him.
are so lonely that when they come together, they're not that lonely because they want to talk. That's the reason I've realized people always say, Bombay is very like everybody is sweet and people of Bombay are very sweet. I think because everybody knows how it feels to be alone in this city because they've been alone.
I think you just have to find, like, I made 6 of my best friends and they're kind of related to this industry, but one of them, the first best friend I made was Ayush. I met him at a Spotify event, okay? And I spoke to him for 10 minutes. And after that, I saw him again. And then I spoke to him for 3 hours. And then I crashed at his house without him wanting me there for sure. Like, he just wanted us to leave. It was 4 a.m. He wanted to sleep. But today, 2 years later, he's one of my bestest friends. And see, I've been where you have. Like, and probably you'll agree, in beauty events, everyone like, na, leave, leave. So I've been there. But when you find that one person ना जिसके साथ आपका कुछ तो set हो जाता है कि मतलब कुछ तो like Priyanshu and I talk about life theories randomly, like कुछ भी हम बात करेंगे, and when you find that one, and then you're like इसको तो पकड़ के चलो जहाँ चल रहा है और उसके साथ बात करो, and it actually, I think you just see, I spoke about this on my podcast, you just have to give it a chance.
I mean,
Sometimes
that's
you
what
feel,
Nikhil said,
हाँ,
no? Like
sometimes
one
you
deep
feel-
conversation
Yeah,
with
I
someone.
think it's also about putting in that. I see, like I realize that I'm meeting so many of you all at events, you know. So I have now tried very hard to do one-on-one. Like I reach out to people afterwards.
Oh
when-
my god, I really want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Like Nikhil, after every of his events, reaches out to each and every
How
one
do you do that,
personally.
bhai?
You
The
might feel it's an
broadcast.
automated message, okay? But no, he will reply to your message.
It might seem automated, but उसमें personalized कुछ है, तो आपको पता है कि automated नहीं है ना, हम हर event की बात हुई, chat देख लो, and I'm like best person on the
Experience.
And he gives the best hugs, by the way.
Yeah.
Best,
Right.
warmest hugs.
We need to hug after.
Takes time.
After
It's-
continuing from the
No, I mean, all I'm saying is this only. I think वो थोड़ा सा personal effort हमको मानना पड़ता है. I know that for again everyone who's come to my event, any event that I've thrown, they've taken a decision, time of their life to support me, to support our event. बहुत events है industry के अंदर, आप मेरे पास आए हो. I want to show you. I don't want to make it seem like हाँ तो क्या अगर तुम event पे आए हो. I know you've taken a time out for this. So thank you for that, and it means something to me. So I do spend some time to thank everyone for that reason. And it's when I go to somebody else's event also, if I've actually loved or admired or enjoyed their craft, it's so important. Like I don't think we compliment each other enough. I don't think we compliment artists and fellow creators enough, man. I love doing that. I love telling people, listen, I really, really appreciate the work that you do, because that's what you're doing it for. You're doing it for somebody to feel a little less lonely. You're talking about loneliness, right? कि कहीं ना कहीं कोई देखे और वो लगे कि यार मैं शायद this is same
us, bro,
right?
us.
Yeah, your content makes me feel like that, man. I see green flag. I've all the stuff that you do. I told you the first time I met you that it's such beautiful work that you're doing, and I want you to know. And that's why my events actually become a way for me to hang out with all the people that I love, whose work that I admire, and then like तुम यहाँ पर आओ फिर हम लोग दोस्त बन जाएंगे.
And everybody's so happy to be at your event. You're all like, मजा आएगा.
Now, once I reach home, I'll wait for Nikhil's message.
But you can tell your myth.
Myth, I feel to all the budding content creators is you don't need to have a group or a gang to grow. I think I have proved myself wrong too, that as a solo creator you can grow if you work hard and if you keep creating content consistently. And also, not consistently does not mean every day. You can take your time and post once a week or twice a week.
You can define your consistency.
Yeah, that depends on you. So this is one thing I feel solo creators.
Go.
Let's go.
Single.
Okay. My questions are still pending.
मेरी myth नहीं पूछा.
हम अभी
आपसे आपका
text
myth
पे
तो
reply
discuss हुआ था
करेंगे.
ना. आपसे myth.
मेरा myth पूछा ही नहीं.
बोल.
तुम्हारा
Mic आपके.
हाँ तुमने तो बोले.
So मैं कब से सोच के पड़ा था इसलिए बोला. Anyway, so my myth is now that
Full drama.
I want to say it right.
Drum roll.
That content creation is not an easy job. Out there, people feel it. It is a lot of hard work. We all somewhere didn't want to do a 9 to 5, but we are doing it 24/7.
Which is worse.
Yeah. And each and every penny
Shots
that we are
fired.
making is justified. People feel that, bhai, इनको तो ऐसे ही मिल रहा है. Exactly. You come in our lives, you will know.
I to made you company altogether.
I'm तो just like अगर इतना आसान है तो कर लो.
हाँ?
आप क्यों रुके? अब मेरा
नहीं,
response वही हो
बहुत
गया
मुश्किल
है.
है यार. Full respect to all the work you do. It's crazy.
I think
And it's a very lonely job also.
It
Yeah.
is.
It's a very lonely job. Because-
Even after having so many followers, it's
Yes. On social media, so you're like these many followers, but in real life, you're just sitting by yourself with your own thoughts
I guess
every
better.
day. And before you post, no matter how many people you ask around you, but ultimately, it all comes down to you that what you choose to post. So it's not easy.
अच्छा लाइन मारी है यार सबने आज.
मतलब end very good end. हमजा ने end अच्छे से कर दिया. Okay, so I know we've not what my idea of wrapping up the year was, and I'm glad we didn't, because the conversations that happened today on this table are very personal and very something. I think it's not just limited to a year, but it's limited. It has opened up ways for years to come, conversations that are years to come, and I think you all spoke from your heart, and that's the best part of it. I really loved, and that's why I said, "Guy, side में जाने दो, भूल जाओ."
It's heart on the table.
मैंने बोला भी था. The first thing I said is like 14 questions, very ambitious.
With 8 people.
Yeah, very.
But we all need to make hangout plans after this. आप सब लोग मेरे besties बन गए, मैं बोल दिया.
This comes to the end of this round table.
Hype हो गए.
और
We
करना
went through
चाहिए.
multiple games of emotions.
Your side is at 6, no?
Yeah.
Visit.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap this up with one last
Clap.
Okay.
one.
This is for us. This is for
This
us.
is for us. This clap is for us.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.